This is Hawaii. And this is at the observatories. I should have put it on a playlist, but what was that? Did you see that? Whatever that was, I know it didn't come from this because I don't have it moving yet. Unless there's something up here flying around. What I want to say at the observatories, good morning, Kim. At the observatories in Hawaii, I'm still in bed. Gina, honey, you need to get up out of that bed. Get on that bed, computer. No, it's weird. The time is messed up. This is supposed to be, this is the eastern sky. It's supposed to be July of 2023. Good morning. Great morning, yeah. And their time is all messed up. What has happened here at the observatories? This shouldn't be on the 22nd. It shouldn't. But you can see that it's messed up. It doesn't want to focus. Come on, you got to get over here and you got to do your focusing, you all. Let me pull up. I did a screenshot. Let me get these keys on here. It reminds me of the countdown when you do a premiere. You got those things going on. You do. The science fiction countdown. All right. So I was looking at the orange UFO is what I was looking at. How it was coming up out of the ground in Hawaii, and they do. We've documented these before, and this is like the ones that were in Las Vegas, okay? How they were in the sky and they were separated, and they wanted to dismiss them as Chinese lanterns. What else did they say? Balloons. When in fact, it's these things right here. Oopsie. It's these things right here. This is what it is. They have the ability to line themselves up, and they can be different colors if they want. They can. But they've got the wrong timestamp, and it shouldn't be this. They took it back to the year 2022. But anyhow, it's coming up out of the ground. You can see it. And we've done this before. This is a closer up right here of its movement. Gina, can you get this up here close and personal? Yeah, my phone doesn't want to do it really fast, really good. But look at it. These are, it's like they're individual UFOs lined up to make one great big one. And I don't think that it would be like a great big ship that's circular that has all these windows on it, because that would be an awful lot of windows if it were. But they come up out of the ground, and during this video, it's flashing. Let me brighten up my screen a little. Okay, got it. Gina, honey, you got it going now. See, now look at this. Gina, did you know the timestamp is missing? Of course I do. It messed it up. It's supposed to be in July, but for some strange, odd reason, no, that's my screenshot. They've got it messed up. You can see it right here. They come up out of the ground somewhere in the midst of these clouds down below. You can see it comes over here to the side. You're waiting to see something like a UFO in Poland. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you probably will. Notice at the end of this, it's white. You've got a white one right here. Sorry about that. And white ones right here. I think they come in and out, and they change their colors. See, this one is a different one. It's come up out of the ground. Totally different shape, but this one's like this. It's like the staggered type of UFOs that are lined up, and you can see those on NASA's product. You can, let's bring this down. There certainly is a lot of activity happening, but their timestamp is messed up, and I'm wondering why on earth do you got this timestamp? I shouldn't be able to pull it up. I really shouldn't. If you're all just tuning in, hello. We have an observatory playlist on this channel where we documented a bunch of UFOs on the cloud cams. This is like the eastern one. And there it is again at the mountain. Where's it at? Right there. See how the last two are a different color? So these types of UFOs, they can change their color. They could even be green. They could be red if they wanted to. They could be solid white. And they can add more to them. And they could be super, super long. Just like on the NASA products, when you see something like this stretched all the way across the breadth of the SOHO products, the SDO, the AIA, oh my goodness, SOHO Lasco C2 and things like that. These are those, and they come in from the Earth also. Oh, I'm sure they know. This is, well, I know what it is because I've documented it too many times. And they very well could be a certain type of a life form. If you've ever seen the orbs in the sky individually, you could see green, you could see red, you could see, well, obviously orange and white. I'm not sure if someone has seen like a blue one. But what if these are cubes? What if these aren't little round balls or anything like that? Round, I mean, they're not little by any stretch. But what if they are like cube shape, and because they light up, emit light, they have like a halo-like thing around them, a glow that makes them look like they're round. Well, these are my ships, and I don't know if these ships right here, these very well could be the same things that are in the sky, in the clouds too. You can see the big squares. If you ever look up in the sky and you see the square, see, this looks like it would be an individual, like one of those things we looked at. These all have the ability to connect with one another. This is like the inverted mode, so there's lots of squares. There's cube-like structures. But then this looks like cities in the sky, it really does. This is what I took with my camera. Let me do this. If I can go back on here, since there's lots of NASA products. See, look at these. Look at the UFOs that come out of the portals in the sun. Now, in this particular product, they appear black. And they could be little black cubes. They could. That they looked like them at one point. Like the size of this, it's two of those cubes-like things lining up side by side. This is a stereo UV 171 behind. And you can see the date from way back when. It was 2014. I think they quit this product. But they would describe this as a particle event. But look at the structure here. Look how they're lined up. You can see them. It's the same thing that we're seeing at the observatory in Hawaii. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And one may say, Gina, honey, don't you know this is just particles? It's debris up there in space. All around the sun, there's no UFOs. I beg your pardon, there is. There is. And they go in and out of the sun to use the sun as a portal. Let's, yeah, Yeah, they have dismissed this as particle event. What happens is like a great explosion or something happens, and these things, they get exposed, but they have the ability to line themselves up just like this, just like at the observatories. You know, when they did the updates to the computers, they made everything turn into like a pixelated like form. I think they did it on purpose. I really do. So we couldn't get very good images. But see how they're lined up? These are the same thing as that's the observatory. And we got this sun. Just looking at this observatory, some of the pictures that we've got. Let me come back down here to the ones from tonight, which they got the wrong timestamp. It's these, is what it is. They're all around the sun. They're flying around the sky. You could look at this, and it could be an individual one. You could see like a string of them that's maybe 5 of them long, or you know, it could literally go 3 times the length, but they're coming out of the ground. And this is at the Canada, France, Hawaii telescopes. Right here, the observatories. And this is the cloud cam, the east-facing cloud cam. And if you would look up here in the corner, this must be now, this right here, that's not Elon Musk satellites either. None of these are. They had the trolls out one time when these were being shown, and that's what they said. Oh, it's like Elon Musk. Everything came via Elon Musk satellite. And it's wild. I want you to look at this. I'm going to push this back to here. You can see it's really cool. It is. I like looking at them because I like space. Let's get this going. And it's all right. Let's watch it. You can see them flying. And there appears to be interdimensional ships coming up from below as the black clouds rise. They flatten out and the ships take off. And the lightning in the sky, it looks like lightning. I believe it's battles. When these clouds raise like that, which isn't often, but when they do, ships that are cloaked in them come out. And it would be perfect. You just cloak yourself in the clouds and come out and take off and then vanish. Oh, let's look at this. Did you see it come out? There's several of them coming out at times. They come out, they go back in. This is Hawaii. And then you get flashes of light that occur. It's like the orange glowing. Wow. See, some of these just don't even look normal. Like this right here. That's a ship that has literally risen out of the clouds below, and they take off. They don't often do this. It's kind of rare to catch them doing that. But it's quite unique. Watch as these come up out of the ground. They come up from below. They're cloaking, and then they'll straighten themselves out flat. Same way with these. And the ships will come out, and then they'll vanish. Look at that. It's like battles taking place. It's like a great big interdimensional window going like a ship. Watch this. Let me pull it back. It goes, let me do this. It goes from here all the way across here down. There's great big gigantic square openings, just like this. Big windows in them. And they stay there. You can see them in the sky at times in the clouds. But this is literally kind of like hovering over the city. They shoot right out from below. Come out and they go out. Let's see if this will even do anything. Will this have the right timestamp on it? Now see, this has the right timestamp. Now this has 7:23. Now granted, you all, I just went over to this and it literally, it pulled it up to a 10:22. There's no way I could have pulled that up on here. Because you can't go back that far on this place. You cannot go back. You can only go back 7 days on the Canada, France, Hawaii telescopes. You can't go back to the year 2022, October 29th, because it's not happening. So look at those white clouds and the orange sky. And then it stops. I just wonder, will it? It's 2023. Let's see what happens when I do this. This is the other. See, this has July the 9th. Some may say, well, oh no, that's the satellite. That's not the satellite. That's the laser beam from the telescope. But this right here, that appears, it's always ground base. This is the beam of light, the laser coming from the telescope at the Canada, France, Hawaii. And there's something coming down right here. See it? Like it's coming straight down. Let me go back. You've got the one beam right here, but there appears to be something that comes down. It's coming down right now. You can see it, and it's right here. Can you see it? It's like embedded in the sky. It's right. It stays right by this star. You can see the line, the shadow of something. Sometimes I wonder if this is fake. I really do. I'm just being honest. I am. The way these just rotate like that. And if the sky is a green screen, which some say it is, everything is a big green screen, it wouldn't be surprising to think that. It wouldn't. Let's look at the orange lights. I want to draw a comparison. Orange UFOs, Las Vegas. Let's do the keyboard. Las Vegas. We can do it. Let's get some images. Okay, see, we got the orange lights right here. These are the same ones that you can see at the observatories in Hawaii. Again, we just saw them. They line up in a straight line. Let's see some more. You can see that they can be like this. They can rearrange their positions. Where we at over here? They can be any color they want, and they're not Chinese lanterns at all. You can see here are two of them. Let's come back to this picture. It's this right here. They're coming from the ground, and I think they originally came out of the sun during a solar eruption. And they call it they came out of the coronal holes. They called it a particle event. There's millions of them. There were white ones, and then there was black ones, and they were like cubes. But these right here can be this shape. It's like this, coming up out of the ground. You can see it right here. They can line themselves up, and they can dismiss this all they want. It looks like some big structure, but it's not going to change the fact that they're out here. And they have bases underground. They do. Underground bases. Like this. Let's come over here. Gina, honey, you're so quiet. You're not looking at the comments. I know I'm not looking at them. I ain't looking at them. I want to see, let's see, orange UFOs. Let's do Chinese lanterns, because they want to call them Chinese lanterns. But Chinese lanterns, they like to say, well, someone let these off in memory of someone who passed. They've got lots of excuses. They really do. Lots of them. We did a video on this channel too, where it was, so you can get them scattered apart. And again, they can be any color they want. See, this is what they try to say. Whenever you see them up in the sky, they'll automatically say, oh, they're Chinese lanterns. That's what they're going to say, Chinese lanterns. Look, unusual lights seen in Las Vegas Valley sky. But for the orange ones, Chinese lanterns, do you think they dare dismiss this as a Chinese lantern? It's orange and it's the same shape, but they're intelligent. No, they don't even, you don't even hear about this type of activity at the observatory. I mean, I'll share it when I see it, but they're not going to show it on the news. They're not. And it would be really strange for the Chinese lanterns to line themselves up in a big line like this. It really would. Unless they had intelligently controlled Chinese lanterns, as this right here, you know, just let them off in the sky. Don't buy into it. Do not buy into what they're saying, because it's not true. Here is like a cluster of them. They're like orange. And there have been stories about orange UFOs in the sky. Look, UFOs light up the sky and then they disappear. How on earth could that be? It's because they're intelligent. It's them right here too. They can be orange. They can be white. A glowing orb. Here's some more. Look, they observe glowing things. Yeah, they did. Sorry for my phone reflecting on there, you all. I just want to show you it. I do. Look, aliens coming down, portals opening up in the sky, really is what it is. So this right here, let's go to the Chinese lanterns because it's perfect. When you see some glowing lights in the sky, and they're scattered about. They're going to say it's Chinese lanterns, when in fact, it's not. It's UFOs. That's what it is. Right there. Where are we at, Gina, honey? You got way too far over there. It's right here. That's what they are at the... This does not want to focus on me for you all. Look at that. Sure, it's Starlink. Listen who you're talking to. You'll never convince me that this is Starlink. You will never, ever. Nor will you convince a lot of people that this is Starlink. You won't. Coming up out of the ground. No, it's not. But you can think whatever you like. It's not going to change anything. You may say this is Starlink too, but I'm not going to listen to it at all. Hopefully you're being a little Bolshevist and just saying it. But if you want to pretend, hello, Debbie McClure, you wonder why they go in a line like that. Yeah. If I were to come up here to the top of my screenshots that I've got, let's get this here. I think in this, somewhere in here, I got the observatories, not the observatories, the coronal hole, the particle event that happened, and also some other things. You know, when you have these pictures and they got a big X, it means they did something to it. I wish they would not have done it to all the photos. Look at that. See, now here is like a cluster of them coming out of the sun. Oopsie. Lined up in a line. And they can do that. I want to get the particle event. If they haven't distorted it or hid it from me. Okay, we're getting pretty close, you all. Boom, we got it. This is what they are. Let me tell you what they are. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. They came out of the sun. They came out of a portal, a coronal hole in the sun. This is them right here. They have the ability to line themselves up just like this. Gina, let's focus. Just like you see, there's the white ones and there's the black ones. I really don't like how they did that. You can see down here. These are what's being seen in the sky, and they came from the sun. Here's a better picture of them. Look at them, millions and millions of them. Oh, well, that's just pixels. Well, think what you like. Go ahead, because I'll never agree with you. I know what it is. This happened around 2020, the year 20, maybe 2000 or 1999. Came right out of that portal. And they can connect. They can be like this space. They can connect in big rows. In rows of like, you can see right here, they can be like 1, 2. They could be like rows of 1, 2, 3. This is not Starlink at all. They came from the trace imagery right here. You can no longer, there's no longer access to this right here product. It was that one right there, AR9017 coronal hole. That's what they came out of. And they can come out of any hole in the sun. They can. Any type of portal. This was the inverted mode of when they came out. of the sun. Let's get some more close-ups, Gina, honey. Yes, we can do it. We are going to do it. If this was debris or just, particles, no, you would not have what appears to be the ability to be in certain clusters. Or like this. They very well could be cubes. And I'm not just saying that either. Black cubes and white cubes. There is something about the battle of the cubes, the black cubes and the white cubes. Poured right out of the sun. Just like this. And these are, I'm just going to go back to it. Oh, you have to go all the way down and do this. Come down here and get my picture. Shoot. I've got to come all the way down, you all. Mess this up. I can do it. I'm going to go all the way back down through here and get these pictures, which we've documented so many of them. These are those. And they can change colors. And if they are an advanced life form or some type of species like the Borg, it would make total sense. Or they're controlled by something else, but it's not Starlink. And this could very well, if it wanted to, just one by one come up out of the ground, float around in the sky, do their thing, and go back to where they came from underground. They must have a base. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming up from the ground. Just like this. So, and again, I've documented these a lot. And there's an observatory playlist on this channel. Let me come over here to this YouTube channel. I want to show you the playlist of the observatories. If I can come over here. I'm going to come right here. If you all go here, go to the playlist. This video should have been done under the playlist. We've got the squid at the observatory. We've got CERN, observatories in Hawaii, the full playlist. It's down here. I want to view it. It starts off with that. You can see there are 107 videos in the observatories in Hawaii playlist. This massive UFO in the sky. See the windows of it, interdimensional, more or less. Right there, it's not clouds. You can see some more of the this is a huge, huge UFO in the background. You can see right here, there's more. Right here. Huge, massive, bigger than the observatories themselves. Massive, probably mile-long ships in Hawaii. Gina, get over here on the right spot. Okay, I can do it. I will do it, you all. I will. This right here, this is a cloaked ship. Right here, it's not a water droplet. There were many that came down that were cloaked like this. 3 months ago. Oh, I don't want to mess this up. I don't. It will go fast on me. Is that right? I can do it. The squid. Where's the squid? Right here. A squid-shaped cloud. And the cloud is this one, but it twirled around in the sky and it had tendrils on it. This is what it was. That's not a normal cloud at all. Okay, it's not. I want to show these just a tad. Shoot. I did want to show them just a tad bit. Because there's a lot. This is the lasers. This right here, the time traveler said the aliens will land on Earth on December the 8th of 2022. And it was like December the 7th when the Pentagon press briefing had introduced everybody to their first some technological UAP person. They created a new branch. But this portal right here appeared in the sky at the observatories, and the observatory cameras were shut down after December the 8th. They were shut down for a long time. There was no access to it. Some said, well, that was the volcano. No, it was not. You couldn't access it anymore because they shut them down, is what they did. We've got cylinder pods coming down from the sky in Hawaii. They're going down to the shafts in the ground. Now, if you're not open to the possibility of UFOs, then this channel is not for you. It's not. If you want to try to debunk, good luck. Good luck, because you ain't going to get very far. This is what they look like coming down, and there was like in this video, 3 of them, thousands of them come down all the time. You see like this great big massive black UFO here. It's too much going on, way too much to dismiss. High-level meetings. See, look at this. That's not Elon Musk satellites right here. Nor is this. Nor is any of it. None of it is. But there's something going on. Something they're not talking about in the news, and they don't want to. And there's long black ships. And their composition is like a tarry-like substance. If you've ever flown in an airplane and you look down at the clouds, you may have seen these right here. I saw them on my way back from Cancun. They black, tarry, stringy looking, and they're floating up there in the sky somehow with, I don't know how they're getting up there. But they're not normal clouds. There is a type of ship or a life form in the skies. But we were talking about what came up out of the ground that they wanted to dismiss. There's 107 videos in this playlist. But this is what they wanted to dismiss it as. If you see a big cluster of those, they're going to say it's just Chinese lanterns. That's all it is. No, it's much more. It's so much more. Let's come back here again. I'm going to be ending the video. Since I woke up, going to go to the observatories. And you can see that this is what popped up. Playing. There's no way that should have popped up when I went on there, but it did. And this is what's here, no matter how much they want to try to make you believe something different. There's millions of them. Absolute millions. I am going to go. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You're down to no messenger, only that Facebook and YouTube. Huge. You was looking up to see something. Gina, can you please hold your camera? We can't even see the UFOs because you're trying to read those comments. I'm sorry, you will. Yeah. Ignatavieta, you know, you need to be a little bit more respectful. Yeah. Well, I'm not on here to play. I am not, promise you, I am not a player. I don't waste my time with things. I don't. So if you want to come on here and be a little rude and disrespectful, this is not the platform for you, because I have no tolerance for it when it comes to things like this. I do not. You can think, wow, that's interesting, but if you're going to come on here and be derogatory, if I see your comment, I'm just going to block you. That's the kind of mood I was in this morning. I'm going to block you because this is not a game. It's not a game. So they came out of the sun. They're in the earth. They're going to and fro. And up here in the clouds, as you can see, there is an enormous structure right here. You can see the outline. It's cloaked in the sky. You can see some more white cubes, more or less. And everything is not as it seems. It's not. I got my first strike on the YouTube channel quite a while back, and I showed this live webcam from Martha's Vineyard, and there was black cubes, tiny black cubes. They were flying all around the camera, and it was cold out. And I thought, there's no way this could be flies. And I was watching it. I did a live video on it, and they were zooming in and out of the clouds too, but they were just clustered in certain places. And then all of a sudden, my channel got slapped with a copyright or some kind of strike. And I didn't know that I could contest it. I had the person who did it. They tracked it coming from a IP address in China. And they wanted money. Give us money. You have caused us loss of revenue and stuff. It was my first copyright strike, and it was due to what was flying around at Martha's Vineyard. They'll do anything to shut you up. Anything. And there's little black cubes, there's flies, there's insects, there's technology out there. So look at that. That's not a cloud, but this isn't either. This isn't a satellite. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you for watching. And hello, there's 107 videos on the observatory playlist. And there's lots of unidentified flying objects, if that's what you want to call them, or UAPs, or other life forms, intelligent life forms, and other types of species out there. But you'll be hearing more about it quite soon. So I'm going to go. And thank you all for coming on here. Thank you for your comments. And hello, wherever you are, in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful... Oh, I don't have the strike on here anymore, Justice. That went off a few years ago. Yeah, I don't have a copyright strike. If I had a copyright strike, I probably wouldn't be doing a live stream. Yeah. It was from China. It was a thing. It went off, but it's all right. I think everybody got one. So it's okay. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, morning, and I hope to see you later. Love you.